Hi, shining souls. Happy Equinox. For the Northern Hemisphere, we are entering fall and winter vibes, so we are going into the darker seasons. And for the Southern Hemisphere, welcome spring and summer, going to the lighter seasons, brighter, sunny, and full of life. So the equinox is the day that is equally long and or equally short, however you want to phrase it. And to symbolize this duality, I thought we're going to do a pick pile between two piles. We have the sun and the moon here, so we are on theme with that. This is pile 1. This is pile 2. We have 2 crystals on top of it to choose from. Welcome pile 1. We have a few cards for you here, and we actually start with the message the crystal holds. So this crystal has a little secret. It is not only a beautiful aventurine light, which stands for abundance and inspiration. This has also a rune hidden here. And this is the cauldron, and it stands for rebirth, is used for banishing rituals, and also for mixing herbs and potions. Okay. So the first actual card we're gonna look at is this one from the deck Goddesses, Gods and Guardians. And here we got Artemis, brave spirit. Artemis is reminding you to set out your own path. The wilderness is calling. Artemis is the Greek goddess of the wilderness, nature, childbirth, and the moon. This is a deity that reminds you about your self-worth and to dive in and to nourish into your female side. And Artemis invites you to view solitude as an essential spiritual practice, especially if you rarely have an internal between, intimate relationships, or are always surrounded by people. The invocation for Artemis card is "My spirit is free, I am my own authority." Coming up next is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This card is talking about dependence, being out of control, warns you if you do not keep your feet on the ground, you could lose the things you value. She also is talking about a lack of common sense or being impractical. So these are basically two sides of the same coin. And once again represent duality. This is so much female energy in here that this is a reminder to dive into that side of your energy. Once again, let me say this is not a gendered reading. This is the duality of energies. I am non-binary myself, or rather gender fluid. This is really not talking about biological gender or anything like that. This is just talking about the energy and embracing this kind of energy. For the next cards, those are from the same deck. Here we also go with duality. The first card stands for the light. For the light, what we shine out into the world, what we are supposed to embrace and shine out in the world in the next month. And the second card stands for the darkness, for what we should meditate on, what we need to reconsider and change our view on. So the light card is the Oracle's gift. This is very much connected to Artemis. This is a call to dive into your spirituality, to understand your gifts and to share your gifts with the world, and to stop the self-doubt and to accept the gift you have. And because we said this card placement stands for the light, this is very much also about using this gift, not only for yourself, but also for the benefit of others. Then we have the dark card. Here we have smoke and mirrors. About this card, we said what to meditate on. So this card is talking about moving beyond the illusion of separation, healing from misguided perceptions, and also about the inability to recognize the truth of what is being offered. So what to meditate on is how to basically look behind the mirror, look behind the meaning of things and look what is actually there, because sometimes people hide things and we need to look behind the mirror and clear the smoke away. And our spiritual gifts do help us with that, and calling the energy we need in for that is necessary in the next month for yourself. Let's close up the pile with one affirmation card. The affirmation card for you reads: my happiness can be measured by the level of my faith in love. Welcome, pile number 2. We are going with dualities for the equinox reading because of the duality of day and night. And for that we have one deity card, one tarot card, and 2 oracle cards here. The first one stands for the light, what to shine out into the world. And the second one stands for darkness, what to meditate on and what to, perhaps to change, but what we need to remember for the inner work mostly. To finish the reading up, there's also one affirmation card for the end. This one is actually a yellow aventurine. And this one stands for communication and awareness. And it has a hidden secret. The secret is we have a rune hidden here with another message for you. This is the wand. The witch's wand represents the element of air and offers the seeker greater levels of information. So information, communication will be a topic for you in this upcoming season. Let's see how that plays out in the card for the God and Goddesses message. Here we have the High Priest of Atlantis, chakra healing. This card speaks about nourishing your spiritual energy centers, harmonizing from within. And this card reminds you to work with your chakras because they frequently become blocked or weakened. And there are many direct signs your chakras are out of balance at the moment. You may feel ungrounded, creatively stuck, or out of touch with your feelings. So picking this card in this pile is an indicator that the chakra healing will benefit you. So the invocation for this card says, I easily balance my chakras. I am light and energy. I am very curious what we have here because for pile 1, this card was the second side of the same coin. So let's see what kind of energy we have here. The Knight of Voices, interesting. This is the Knight of Swords. It is very interesting. This is reversed. It was reversed in the other pile as well. The Knight of Swords talks about missed opportunities, feeling out of control, feeling left behind. You can see this as the current state of energy because you're out of balance, and this card calls you to get back into balance, to embrace all the positive aspects. Also, the other card had very much female, and the other pile had very much female energy with Artemis and the Queen of Pentacles here. And here we have duality once again. The High Priest and the Knight of Voices. This is totally different energy. The one is stand your ground, embrace what is right now for pile 1, and for this pile it is bring harmony, bring balance, but with a more male energy touch. So this is talking about entirely different themes for the next upcoming month. This is the card that stands for the light, what to embrace and what to bring out into the world. Willing release. This card mirrors perfectly the High Priest here, reminding you to get your chakras back in balance, release and let go of what no longer serves you. Do this fully willing and conscious about what you are releasing, with the acknowledgement that it is for your own benefit. Finding closure in things and forgiveness is never for the other person. It is for your healing, it is for yourself, and moving on from things is also to free your spirit, to free yourself, and to dive into your own self. Then we have the darkness part, or what to meditate on. And here have we the card Awakening Genius. This is interesting. So this card is about information, communication. I said here we have air energy and communication and information, and it's super interesting that it mirrors here in the darkness part once again, because the swords are all about communication, information, and so is this card. This card is talking about new informations, birthing new ideas, speaking up about things, that you're inspired about, forging a connection out into the world. So meditate on the ideas you already have, how to live these energies. Meditate on your creativity, the plans you had, and the new beginnings you want to seek. And you can live the new beginnings with releasing of old patterns, old habits, stale energy, inferiority complex, feeling left behind, feeling out of control. Take the control with releasing things that are not longer serving you and with balancing your chakras. Let's see what the affirmation card for this one says. Releasing anger from the past sets me free in the present. There we go. This is a huge, huge sign that the anger is what needs to be released. And anger is a huge block for the chakras and for every kind of energy flowing. So this is an awesome reminder, and I love the duality of these readings. Tell me in the comments which pile you picked. Thank you so much for sticking around, and happy equinox!